Greg Smith.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. As I have spoken to businesses across my constituency, where some 11,900 people have been furloughed and 4,300 people been in receipt of the Self-Employed Income Support Scheme, it is clear to me that many jobs have been saved, livelihoods, as well as businesses that have been built up with dedication and passion over years and decades, all due to the support, the unprecedented support made available by this government. But as the number of signatures we've seen on the petitions we debate today show, some sectors do remain in need of particular support. And with the time available, I can't cover all of them, but as someone who has previously been a trustee of a theatre and an arts centre, I know how difficult the current situation is for everyone in the arts, and I very much hope we can find a way to assure the future of British theatre and music. It would also be remiss of me as a member of the Transport Select Committee not to mention aviation. It is imperative for the very survival of our airlines, airports and businesses that support them, and the thousands of jobs that depend on them, that we are able to get aviation up and running again soon. I won't repeat the findings of the Transport Select Committee recent report, but will briefly mention freight. With 40% of air freight going in the belly hold of passenger aircraft, if the passenger planes aren't flying, the freight isn't flying either. And as the UK recovery is dependent, or to a large part, on new free trade deals around the globe, we need aviation. And I encourage the government to focus on freight as well as part of the recovery plan. But from the events sector, I wish to particularly focus on the coach industry. I've spoken to coach operators in my constituency, such as Mason's Coaches in Cheddington. The sector at large employs 42,000 people and contributes nearly £7 million to the leisure sector. And the drop in income, six-figure losses the coach sector has seen during lockdown is unprecedented. Now, the reduction in social distancing is very positive, but coach companies tell me that with 1 metre plus, they can only get 25 people on a 53-seater coach, and that doesn't make it viable. Bluntly, with that capacity, they will barely cover the fuel to keep the wheels rolling. And loans have been good news, but with many operators having spent considerable money through debt on ensuring their fleet complies with the PSVA regulations earlier this year, they are left financially exposed to taking on further debt burden. So my plea to the government, for the coach sector in particular, is if we want to get people back to the tourism locations, the museums, help people who have been isolated for so long get about again, we need support for the coach sector to help them bounce back.